Let's talk about snake plants. Snake plant Bantel sensation coming right up. Got all kinds of care tips, how-tos, what to do, what not to do with this really easygoing, carefree, fun, somewhat easy to find plant, but a couple things that you should know. But before I get into all of that, definitely hit that like, subscribe button, hit that bell notification for future content on my upcoming videos. And welcome back to Plant Marks the Pot. We're talking about the Bantel sensation snake plant, also known as Sansevieria, a succulent. I know you're thinking like I'm all about tropicals here, but because I mean, who wouldn't want to pick this one out? I mean, it's beautiful from all angles. It's very architectural, columnar, statuesque, and it just draws you in. I was right before I decided to make this video, I walked past it and I was like, I gotta make a video on it because it looks so good. Matter of fact, I just repotted it just earlier today, so it keeps catching my eye, and definitely some things you should know about it. You know, they're easygoing. They're very low maintenance plant, but it does come with some setbacks. I mean, some people who are a little urgent or a little anxious about taking care of their plant can experience problems because they might overwater a plant like this. The Sansevieria don't need a whole lot of water. Generally speaking, you could even go up to like a month without watering. I would keep an eye on it. You know, they're going to dry out typically pretty quickly because you want to use a cactus soil instead of like a everyday run-of-the-mill potting soil. So cactus soils are formulated to dry out quicker. They're formulated to not have as much plant food, or because these are not heavy feeders. And so that is another big difference that I think if you overlook, you can run into problems. They're not heavy feeders, so they don't need a whole lot of food. And generally speaking, normal potting mixes do have a bit more NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium in them, which is going to most likely shock as well as drown a plant like this. What I do, generally speaking, is I got it about a month ago, maybe a month and a half. I think this might be the first time I've watered it. You know, if you're just getting it and you're taking it from the garden nursery and it's already wet, I would just let it dry out completely, really. Let it dry out completely, or at least halfway. It just depends on what your feel for it is. And I think it'll let you know, what it'll tell you. If you're letting it dry out too much, you're gonna see brown tips on the top. I had one brown tip. I'm pretty sure it came like that. I'm not gonna go and get a refund. It came like that. Matter of fact, it was this leaf right here, and I just cut it off. No big deal. If it's unsightly and you don't like it, just get rid of it. And other than that, I'm happy with the way it looks. I mean, it looks like it's been well taken care of, and generally, those specialty garden nurseries do a great job of keeping things intact. Generally speaking, they probably only hold on to them for a certain amount of time. I don't run across the Bantel sensation very often in the nursery, so this is a big opportunity for me. I'm a landscaper, and whenever I go to the garden nursery, which is every single day, I make it a habit to make a spin through the tropical section, and that's where I found it. So I really lucked out. It was a great price. And anyway, so Yeah, we talked about the soil, cactus soil, easy, just find a succulent soil or a cactus soil. Fertilome makes a good one. Just keep it simple like that. Don't try to feed it. It's not going to want it. I would just maybe make it a habit of repotting, say once a year, once 2 years, every 2 years. And then water, just let it dry out. It doesn't need humidity. It could care less. These are desert plants. I believe they're from the deserts of Mexico or Africa. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. And anyway, super low maintenance as long as you're not watering them too much. Oh yeah, and sunlight. So this one is a little bit different from your run-of-the-mill Sansevieria in that since it's variegated, it will need a little bit more sun than say your other Sansevierias, which can take low light. I'm experimenting with this one. I actually have another small Bantel Sensation. I ordered it online. It came really small. I've just been giving it medium light. Seems to be doing okay. So medium light, I think, is actually about right for this plant. I think you can do bright indirect light and do fine. Matter of fact, all the other Sansevierias I've seen do quite well in bright indirect light. Here's the thing, they can tolerate low light, but they're not necessarily made to be in low light. Like, they can just tolerate it. I wouldn't say that's where it's designated to go, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind. More light's better than no light, but just try not to get too crazy with it. Try not to just bask it in the sun. It's gonna probably present some challenges, although I've seen Sansevierias in full sun. So that probably that might have confused you more than anything, but I think you get the point. I think you get the idea that you can just experiment with them. They are very versatile in that they can take a wide range of light conditions. And but this one being variegated, it's not going to accept chlorophyll or photosynthesis to make chlorophyll in the same way other green plants will. So with that being said, I wouldn't put this one in very strong sunlight because it will not be able to let that light in. It won't be able to photosynthesize that much light. So I'm thinking, a bright indirect or a medium light is where you want to go. And I think that's all you need to know about the Bantel Sensation Sansevieria. Super easy house plant. Get one. Fill out comments about your ups and downs with your Sansevieria, and I'll be looking forward to those and chatting with you guys in this great community we have for houseplant hobbyists. And stay tuned for my next video. We'll talk to you soon.